So where we work with it, instead of working like, and Gewurz is the classic example in this, but it works for Pinot Noir and Riesling and everything that we do. We one way of making wine might be putting on soluble fertilizers and irrigation and issuing fruit that is about the flesh, sugar about the alcohol, and then keeping it free of oxygen so it doesn't go anywhere, putting a single aromatic yeast strain in there, fermenting it in a tank that's upright so there's very little autolysis going on, there's very little contact with the lees and the wine together. You keep it cool so none of those high-end esters or aromatics burn off. As soon as it's finished, you arrest it with sulfur and keep everything in there and fine it with you fine it out, filter it out, stabilize it right up here next to the fruit. That's winemaking 101 anywhere in the world these days. Sadly, that's just not what wine is for us. Wine is a food. It's not a perfume. It's something that has to be stimulating from a digestive nature. So the opposite of that might be no irrigation, no soluble fertilizers, compost. So the vine is grounded and is fixed to the land, is communicative of that land, and issues fruit that is reflective of that land. Take the fruit, don't strip it, press it out, get full cloudy juice, put it in a tank that's on its side, so you've got lots more lees to wine ratio. It's how it autolyzes, how it solubilizes that phenolic material into the wine is very important. It has oxygen contact in the top. You don't cool it so it goes through a temperature spike, so it may burn off some of those high-end aromatics and esters and ketones that are up in your face. It's going to, again, solubilize more phenolics and more site-derived matter into the wine. You keep it on its primary lees for 3 months unsulfured after it's in, so it's just metabolizing and issuing, solubilizing again more of that matter into the wine, and then at the end of that, it's just drawn into bottle. It's not arrested in any way. So it's just a different approach, and so you get wines that are more about tonicity and length and journey rather than opulence and flavors and smells. They might be, some people might think they're kind of muted, but it's not muted because actually they've gone. It's not actually holding on to stuff and not releasing it. It's not like it's locked in. It's actually already burnt off, and so you're much more open and it's much more salivaceous and something that the body's ready to take on. Gewurz is the classic example in this. One way of making wine might be